I'm Dazzle Clear Blossom, and welcome to Capital Talk. Wow, how wonderful you all look. I see you, lady in the front, wearing the newest periwinkle skin. Looking good. You up there, Smaragdine, is definitely not your color. Now, just a reminder that even though it is very tempting to wear our new fire accessories after Katniss's and Peeta's fiery debut, I got a couple myself. Flames and any type of ignitions are prohibited in the studio. I still have flashbacks from the 70th Hunger Games when District 4 came out with waterfalls falling from their heads. The next day, everything waterfall was the new craze. I remember having my show, and water got all over the cashmere seats and ruined my shoes. I really love those shoes. Anyways, why do we need fire? Am I not fiery enough to light up the room? Speaking about lights, let's dim them and have a look on what is on today's schedule. Tribute scores with special guest Framboise Lightman. Then, tips on which lucky tribute to sponsor for the games and Hunger Game fashion with special guest appearances. Later, all we need to know about visiting the arena after the game. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, an alien in the Smaragdine skin is an exciting schedule. A lot more exciting than when we had Persimmon Gallant talk about how to make your own sourdough bread from scratch. I mean, seriously, who would willingly stick their hands in sticky dough? My nails and jewelry would be absolutely ruined. Let me tell you, I'm glad we do not need to see that again. Now, here to speak about what is important, audience, please give a warm welcome to Framboise Lightman, a tribute score analyst and specialist. Hello, Framboise. How lovely to see you as always. Oh, good day, Dazzle. So, we are just 2 weeks into the Hunger Games, and the tributes are already showing us an outstanding performance. From the tributes' marvelous parade to the amazing interviews with our dear Caesar Flickerman, the tributes are really putting up a show and gaining multiple sponsors along the way. Just yesterday, we got the results of the private sessions. As we all know, the tributes prepare extensively before these sessions. I know that the citizens of Panem are not allowed to watch the tributes in training, but what can you tell us about their preparation? Well, I have to agree with you, darling. The tributes came in ready to fight and represented thoroughly their district. As for the training sessions, the tributes spent 3 days in different stations, ranging from knot tying to camouflage, axe throwing, and foraging. All different skills that could come in very useful in the arena. Of course, different specialists from the capital are present to help our dear tributes master their skill. Fascinating. Which station would you prioritize if you were a lucky tribute? Well, there are many ways to look at these training days. Some tributes will want to establish dominance and go for the bigger weapons, showing off their strengths. Others will go acquire skills they have never learned before and see how they could be beneficial in the games. Whereas someone else could choose to lie low, not wanting to reveal their secret skill. I have to say that all of these tactics are different and powerful, and it is very interesting to see how each tribute reacts during these sessions. We see some tributes come to the most gruesome deaths at the hands of another competitor during the live broadcast of the Hunger Games. How do the Game Masters prevent incidents during these training sessions? That is a great question. The head trainer makes it exclusively clear that combat with the other tributes is strictly forbidden, with severe consequences and punishments if this rule is broken. That seems like a pretty reasonable rule. After the 3 days of training are done, each tribute, one by one, goes to the private sessions with the Game Masters. What can you tell us about these sessions? Unfortunately, I can't say much about what happens inside these private sessions since spectators are strictly prohibited. All I can say is that the tributes do their best to impress the Game Master panel until they are dismissed. The Game Masters then give each tribute a score ranging from 1 to 12, 12 being the highest score. Very interesting. I have a lot of respect for the Game Masters. They watch these sometimes dangerous people show off their talent and then decide on what score to give them. That can certainly be very stressful. They then need to make sure that the games stay entertaining for the whole of Panem to watch. I'm sure they never get a day off while the games are happening. They must be so exhausted. Thank you for your time, Framboise. It's been a pleasure to see you as always. Coming up after the short break, a fantastic guessing game you will not want to miss. Welcome back. It is now time to start our guessing game. We are now going to test our audience's guessing skills with today's game, How Did the Tributes Get Their Scores? We have our contestants lined up here, and then it will be up to you, the studio audience, to vote for the contestant with the best answer. The contestant with the most votes will win a month's supply of caviar. With the shortage of caviar these days, I know this is a prize that everyone is hoping to win, as well as the newest pearl necklace from District 12 itself. As we all know, coal under pressure turns into the most beautiful pearls. Let's start off with our first contestant, Dreamy Brandy. Dreamy, you will be guessing how the male tribute from District 2 got his score. As we all know, District 2 is in charge of creating the most dazzling weapons. He managed to get an incredible 10 during his private session.
Well, looking at him, we can see that he is quite strong. He probably spends a lot of time at the gym in his district. I would say that he impressed the Game Masters with his knowledge of weapons and his ease of handling them.
Very good, Dreamy. Now, our second contestant, Radiant Sparkle. Radiant will be guessing how the sweet little girl of District 11 got her score of a 7. Oh, that sweet little girl. I think that the Game Masters fell for her cuteness. She must have tried throwing a rock or a punch, and the Game Masters were instantly fond of this adorable girl. Adorable indeed. Finally, our last contestant, Ruby Flower, will be guessing how the girl on fire obtained her high score of 11. You know, I'm still so impressed by Katniss Everdeen. Not only did she outshine her competition with her flaming costume, but she now holds the best score since Reef Steelfall from District 4 presumably created a very intricate trap from branches and strings during the 56th Hunger Game private sessions. I have a feeling that when Katniss's sister got drafted for the female District 12 tribute, Katniss felt jealous that her sister would get all of the attention. She then volunteered to replace her, knowing that she could win. And with her outstanding performance up to date, I would be a little scared if I were the other competitors. Let's just say I'm quite content staying here with my caviar as I watch the beautiful Hunger Games from my animal skin couch, sipping my cloudberry wine. Like Sugar Bell Hart said in Monday's news, I'm excited to see if this girl will rise in flames or fall to ashes. Now, Ruby, what would you say that Katniss did to get her high score? She must have done something absolutely phenomenal to get such a score. something that would have caused the Game Master's heart to stop or make them jump out of their seats. I would say she created a spectacular fire, since that was a theme she was going for. Katniss possibly targeted something with fire by strict precision. Now these are all amazing hypotheses. After the break, the audience will vote for the best guess, and we will find out which lucky contestant will win the incredible prizes. Also, later, tips about how to sponsor a tribute and a special guest appearance you'll not want to miss.